Az is in Cheshire. Az, good evening.
Hi, Daniel. How are you?
Very well. How can I help you, Az?
I'll try to keep it brief. We got a combi boiler installed 2 weeks ago. It was quoted as a 2-day job. The installer came over 1 day, rushed the job through, and in doing so, he has installed the boiler before the chemical flush has been done. According to the boiler manufacturer's guidelines and advice, the boiler manufacturer states that the boiler should be installed after a chemical flush is done.
Is that a chemical flush of your pipe work?
Yeah, so that was part of the priced up job.
Did that appear on the specs?
It did, yeah. The manufacturer says this is to avoid contamination of the boiler primary heat exchanger.
Okay. What's the question for me, Az?
Basically, we've just spent $4,000 on a brand new boiler, and the way it's been fitted has compromised the efficiency of the boiler and also possibly the warranty as well. How do I approach the company that sold it to me? Because when I let them know this so far, they seem very standoffish and not very helpful.
Right, let me ask you a few questions. Number one, you're confident that the quote included flushing your system? It says it in black and white.
Yeah, I've got the quote here in front of me.
Okay, and you're also confident that wasn't done?
100%. I've been there all day. There have been a few people in my house. My mother, my girlfriend were there. He did the flushing at the very end. The very first thing he did when he came in the morning was empty the entire system within 45 minutes of being there.
Okay. Now,
a flush normally takes an hour or two to do.
So are you saying he did a flush but a rubbish job, or are you saying he didn't do it at all?
He did the flush at the end, and by doing it at the end, I'll give you an analogy here.
No. I don't need more information. You've given me quite enough. Just to help me with this, because I know nothing about plumbing, is a flush at the end no good?
No, it's like changing the oil filter on your car, and then driving it around for a week with the dirty oil in it before dropping the oil out for new oil. Okay. It renders the filter sort of less efficient, and obviously this is a brand new boiler.
I'm going to take your word, because I don't know about this, that the order it was done in is bad. And it sounds to me like this is a little bit of negligence or even breach of contract on the part of the installer. Was the installer a subcontractor for the company you bought the boiler from, or an employee of that company?
The installer is a subcontractor. I believe he's a freelancer.
Right. In which case you have a claim against the subcontractor for breach of contract and or negligence. The subcontractor's terms and conditions will probably exclude consequential loss, but you've got a decent argument that that's an unfair term. You need to bring a claim against the contractor for the cost of putting in a completely new boiler. Because, as you say, if it reduces efficiency and potentially invalidates the warranty, it's just not good enough. And the insurance company will get involved. They'll argue with you. They'll offer you a few £100, but eventually they'll back down. As
how do I get this ball rolling?
You contact the installer and you ask him for his insurance details.
For their insurance, for the subcontractor's insurance details?
For the subcontractor's insurance details, yes.